the topic for this week is best filler episode.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fillers can be annoying, we admit, not fillers. However, there are some diamonds in there.
There
Uh,
are.
I have a personal favourite, and it's as I won, I get to go first.
You do, so go for it. I know what you're
Um,
picking because it was also my pick. So, I know this one is probably going to win, but yeah, go for it.
yeah, and for this particular, I'm going to be cheesy here. And for this particular filler episode, I think they smashed it out the park. Cheesy line.
Uh,
Uh, the baseball episode from Dragon Ball Super.
mm-hmm.
A challenge from Champa,
Yeah,
in
great
which we
episode.
have Yamcha's prime moment. He's just been ruined throughout the entirety of Dragon Ball Z, and he was ruined through the majority of Super. But this episode, bless him, this is his win.
It
I mean,
is one win.
I mean, they ruin him by bringing back the death pose, but it doesn't matter because he still gets the win. And I love it. They make him the main character. Like I rip on Yamcha all the time because it's just so easy.
Undeserved.
And I know. And the thing is, I kind of feel bad because I knew you'd pick this episode because you love Yamcha.
Yep.
This is why I had to win the Hall of Fame because I needed to go first. So I'm so glad I picked Whis.
Yeah, unfortunate
Yeah,
for me.
it's the rules of the Hall of Fame. It's how
It
it
is.
works. Yes. So but I do like that they made him Yamcha the main character. I mean, he's got his interest. He's in a monologue, so we get to literally think like what he's thinking all the time. We get to see what's in his head.
Mhm.
Basically, his resentment of Vegeta constantly saying it.
Yeah.
How basically he fears for his life every day. He genuinely believes hanging about with these people that he thinks he's going to die.
I mean, it has happened already, so yeah, he's
True.
got points.
The beautiful throwbacks with the Wolfgang pitching fist.
Yeah.
Oh, which is just a lovely little throwback. I mean, they've literally thought of everything in these episodes.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not just the Yamcha moments though. I mean, we get more Vegeta and Kappa time, which is just always great. Vados and Whis as umpires, and when we get to see them flex, I always love seeing the Angels get to flex when Beerus and Champa start fighting, and they literally just step in and they're basically, you just know
just like parents.
yeah, they're just like parents. They're just basically, they could just stop it, and I just love it. You don't get to see it enough, and I think that's what makes it so impactful. And I think it's smart that they don't do it very often. But you know that the gods of destruction recognize their power, and I like it when it happens. I really enjoy it. So I do like that they don't do it much, but it is very satisfying when they do it.
Yeah.
The uniforms as well.
Yeah, that's something I was going to mention. I love it when there's new uniforms shown because, it's fine to see people wearing the same clothes quite a lot, especially in anime. That's how they kind of sell the characters and make them memorable. But I love it when someone just wears something a bit different, and seeing everyone in baseball outfits is just cool. I like that.
Oh, Magetta and Piccolo, though. They're the best ones. They're just so out of place.
Yeah.
It's like when you think Post Boy Piccolo is weird, baseball Piccolo is even weirder. Then you have a giant robot in a baseball outfit. That's just, and a giant teddy bear as well.
Yeah.
It's like these things don't make any sense.
It's great though.
And the golden moment of the entire episode, of course, is the Cyberman recreation. The death of Yamcha 2.0.
Yeah. But he doesn't die this time, but it's close enough, I guess.
But he also gets the home run with it, and he gets the win. So they change what is a horrible moment into something bittersweet,
Mm,
and I love that.
yeah.
And they even say bittersweet. It's actually I watched back a good part of the episode, a good fair chunk of the episode before we to get me notes ready and everything.
Mm,
And literally one of them actually says, "I recognize this moment."
yeah. That's that's Piccolo, I think. Oh,
Yeah,
he says it's a bad memory or something like that.
yeah. And he's literally as he's got his hand on on base, and I just think it's great. Um,
Yeah.
it's everything about the episode is just. I don't think there's anything that's truly like. It's just it's a stupid episode,
Mm,
and I love everything about it. I mean, there's even little things where it's like where the cheering on, and it's like you've got Chi Chi cheering on Goku, you've got Videl cheering on Gohan, and then you've got 18 cheering on Krillin, and it's basically 18's just like, don't mess it up. It's like, it's like, yeah, sounds about right.
yeah.
It's just even every tiny little thing is just so satisfying.
Yeah, it's just a
Goku,
fun episode, I guess.
yeah,
Like, there's a lot of episodes in Dragon Ball, filler episodes that are kind of just pointless and don't do anything for the story. This is one of them. It is a pointless episode, but it's also probably one of the funnest episodes in the show as well,
mm.
which is great.
It feels like a very intentional episode.
Mm,
Like, despite being filler, there is a lot of effort put into this episode, in my opinion.
hmm.
It, to me, it's very well animated.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of like, like I said, it. There's a lot to it. You
Hmm.
tend to find a lot of filler episodes are just very generic, and there's just very lazy dialogue and things like that. And it's just there's nothing there. But again, they've put a lot of references in. They like the Wolfgang reference. The Wolfgang, sorry, Wolfgang, like the Wolfgang references, the death references, the uniforms, everything. Like they've put so much into it and like so much mini research. It's very surprising and
Yeah. Like
very intentional.
just having that amount of characters in a filler episode as well. Because
Yeah,
usually the filler episodes they focus on one or two or maybe three characters, and that's it. Whereas this one had the entire cast pretty much. Everyone was
yeah,
there. Everyone was involved.
yeah. Pretty much every voice actor in Super Nyan
Yeah.
um, from both universes is there. Literally, the only one who's not there is Matthew Mercer. The hit.
Yeah.
Um, but I imagine he's quite pricey. That's why. uh, Probably one of the most expensive ones out the lot.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I imagine having a time skip bit of a cheat when it comes to baseball. Um,
Probably.
but no, I thoroughly enjoyed the episode, and I think like it's kind of filler that's not filler almost. It
Mm.
feels like a genuine episode almost, even though it's completely redundant to the story. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, yeah, so for me, that is my choice. A very good episode that is just fun all around. Fun for the family.
Yeah. So I know that's probably gonna win again. And it shames me because I've tried to get Yamcha into the Hall of Fame so many times, and this is the one where he's probably going to go in, and
But
it's
just
your
be glad
pick.
he's getting in there. That's,
Yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of. It's like I'm
he's
blocking
just
Yamcha.
sweet.
I'm trying to block Yamcha getting into the Hall of Fame with my pick, and which is just hard to say. But my pick, and it's kind of the only one I think has any sort of chance against a baseball episode, is the driving episode from Dragon Ball Z. It's probably one of the most iconic filler episodes as well, just like the baseball one. Everyone knows the driving episode. It's the one where Goku and Piccolo are wearing their casual clothing. Um, Chi Chi gives Piccolo the post boy outfit, which everyone knows and loves, which is Goku's clothes, which somehow fit Piccolo perfectly fine. Doesn't make much
Brilliant.
sense, but yeah, yeah, okay, cool. But it's a great episode, you know. Chi Chi's wanting Goku to learn how to drive and tells Piccolo to go along with him. And
Because reasons.
yeah, and both of them have two completely different in instructors, I guess. Like Goku's got this old man, Piccolo's got this younger woman, and Piccolo's actually doing pretty well. He seems like he's a good driver when he's learning. You know, he's doing everything right. He's learning fine, and it's going well. Goku, on the other hand, complete recklessness. He goes completely wild. He can't really drive. But before they take their exam, they decide, let's just have a race. And they go for it. And because of that, they both end up failing their test because, of course, they do. They're racing around the city. They cause havoc around the city. But during the race, you know, they see a bus that's about to fall off a cliff. They both fly out of the cars and save it. And yeah, the instructors are like, well, yeah, you failed your test, but we would both rather be able to fly than drive a car anyway, so you're still winning there. Which Goku and Piccolo are both like, yeah, I guess so. But they go back to see Chi-Chi, and Goku tells her that he failed, and then Chi-Chi faints for whatever reason. She can't believe it, and she faints, and that's how the episode ends. Which is strange to me, because, like, what did she really expect? Like, why? Like, I don't understand why she even wanted Goku to drive in the first place when he can fly. There is no reason. He can carry everything that's needed. He can carry people. He can go faster than any car.
So he carries giant fish all the time.
Yeah, like if she's saying, "Oh, we need it for groceries or whatever," I'm sure Goku can just carry the groceries much faster than getting a car. So, you know, it's fine. Everyone in the family can fly apart from Chi-Chi, so, you know, she can use the flying Nimbus. Why not bring that back? She's pure enough to use it. She's sat in it before.
And you can drive a tractor now anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, he must have got his license at some point.
Yeah. Different type of license, I'm pretty sure, but he's got it, so it's fine.
Tractor license, yeah, unless he just drives without a license, which is illegal, and Krillin should arrest him right now, put him in jail. But who knows?
But we all know what happened last time when Goku punched Krillin in the face. That was quite funny. Pretty sure Krillin nearly died. But
yeah, you can try and arrest Goku. I wonder what would happen if someone actually tried to arrest Goku. Imagine if the police forces of the world were just like, yeah, these people who can fly around the world and constantly try and save the planet, maybe we should arrest them for causing so much damage. And like, imagine them trying to arrest Goku. Well, the entire Z Warriors. That would be an interesting episode.
Well, apparently, that they just think that Bulma and that's setting off fireworks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like last time, the police officers I saw.
Yeah.
Apparently, what was that in Battle of the Gods? They thought, oh, look at them setting off, doing crazy experiments again. It's just like, so you're just going to ignore the explosions. All right.
It goes to show that rich people can get away with anything because, you know, Bulma should be arrested, but she has money. I was going to say
because money, but it's like, actually, yeah, that's actually the case. Never mind.
Yeah, she probably just pays as much money as she can just to not go to prison. Who knows? But that's another filler episodes we're talking about anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, my pick is the driving episode. I don't think it'll compete, but it could be close. People do like the driving episode.
Yeah, a lot of Z fans could favour the driving episode. It is quite iconic, like you say.
It all comes down to who votes. If people have just watched Super, then you know it's probably going to be the baseball one, and it's also more fresh in people's minds. They probably remember it better. I remember it better than the driving one. But the driving one is a classic. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it as well. It was the best filler episode before Super, let's face it. So it all comes down to if people still think it's the best, or if the new Super episode with the baseball kind of dethrones it as best filler. Who knows?
True.
But those are our picks, and you guys who are watching and listening right now get to decide who goes into the Hall of Fame. So if you want to vote, go check out our socials down below and get involved in the polls, and you know, one of these two picks, either the baseball episode or the driving episode, will enter next week's Hall of Fame. But for now, we'll move on to the hot take.
Let's go.